India and Saudi Arabia are among the top 5 countries when it comes to defense spending. I was shocked when I first came to know that Saudi Arabia spends more than 8% of its GDP on defense. India, meanwhile, spends only 2%. That is the primary reason why they are able to compete with the big countries despite having relatively small economy and population. But other than money, can they compete against India on other military parameters? Let's see. Number 1. Air Strength. Saudi Arabia has 442 attack aircrafts. India has 809. Saudi has 149 transport aircrafts. India has more than 300. Saudi has 53 helicopters compared to more than 500 possessed by India. Saudi Arabia's total fleet is 899, which is considerably lower than India's 2102. Defense experts suggest that Indian Air Force is the fourth strongest air force in the world, and therefore it is no surprise that India wins this one. Number 2. Naval Strength. Saudi Arabia has no aircraft carriers. India has 1 and 2 more under construction. Saudi has no destroyers and no submarines. India has 11 and 15 of them respectively. Total Navy fleet of Saudi Arabia is numbered at 55, which is low compared to India's naval assets, which is estimated at 295. Number 3. Land Army. India has 4 times the number of tanks that Saudi Arabia has. India also has more armored fighting vehicles and towed artillery, whereas Saudi has more self-propelled artillery and rocket projectors. All things considered, India has a definitive edge in land warfare too. Number 4. Defense Budget. As I said at the beginning of the video, Saudi Arabia spends a crazy amount of money on its military. It has allocated $56 billion for defense in their budget for 2018. India, on the other hand, has allocated $62.8 billion for the Ministry of Defense. But if you look at the core defense budget, it comes out to be around $45 billion. Also, Saudi Arabia has a habit of spending more than allocated budget on military. Saudi Arabia finally gets a point. Number 5. Manpower. Only one country in the world has more manpower than India, and that country is China. India has the second highest number of active personnel in the world, 1.4 million. Saudi Arabia has 2,27,000. India has more paramilitary and reserve personnel. India wins this point and also the comparison. Final score is India 4, Saudi Arabia 1. Which country do you want us to compare against India next? Tell us in the comments below. You can also click the subscribe button if you want. No pressure. Thanks for watching Brain Chow.